Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to go over our pine shaving bin. It's been 2 weeks or 14 days since our last update. We had moved the bags off to the side to keep some of the moisture in, but a lot of it just kind of flow out because it was kind of wet in there. But we're going to take a look and see how it's doing, and see if it's dried up a little bit, and see how it's if it needs a feeding or not. So these shavings, though, just so you know, have been really lasting a long time. I started this at the beginning of the year on almost January 1st, and we're already at the at August. They're still there, and they still look pretty good. So there's really not a lot of harvesting you need to do, as there's castings mixed in, but it's still a lot of wood shavings. So with that, let's go and take a look and see what's going on in here, and see if they're starting to break these down a little bit more. So with that, we're going to go to the bin. Sorry about that, technical difficulties with a dead camera battery, but this stuff is looking really, really good. It's starting to break down a little bit, but really, I think it's more the food that really you're seeing mixed in here as far as those castings. I still think that these shavings are just in really good order, and they're doing a really good job of maintaining their shape. They're also allowing that moisture and air to get down to the bottom to make sure that things don't get too dry. Now, I'm just going to scrape this back a little bit. As you can see, it's only the top quarter inch maybe that is actually dry on top. The rest of it is wet underneath here, and it looks like a good moisture content. Let's see what this is right here. Oh, this is a piece of coffee grounds. As you can see, the worms are still working, going to town on that packet of coffee grounds right there. I mean, they're really, really taking advantage of those grounds, which is great to see. So let's just dig in here a little bit more. So they're going to work on the food, but they're staying away from the bedding material, which is, these pine shavings a little bit more, I think. I think they really like the food. And it looks like they're mixing in more with that areas and really staying near the food over the just going into the shavings part. I'm not seeing any more African night crawlers. I can't believe we found another one. I really thought that 4-inch gap would be big enough, but we're only seeing one, so I'll probably just leave it where it is, just for now. But overall, I mean, this is working, but it's definitely taking, they're taking their sweet time breaking down these shavings. I'm curious now how my hamster bin shavings will be, because that does have some aspen shavings in there, which might take a long time to break down, although we're going to be switching more over to more and more paper bedding, because that's what the hamster prefers. And I know somebody said it was my hamster. It is my son's hamster. It's his. I help him with it, but it's his hamster. So, now the dog, on the other hand, that's mine. I'll claim the dog. This looks like, this is a piece of dried avocado with a little tiny baby worm on it right there, if you can see him. Really tiny. Hopefully that's in focus. All right, let's just come to the side over here. Oh, there's still a lot of worms. Oh my gosh, look at this. There's a ton of them right here by where that avocado was. So we'll leave those guys over there. They're working on those pieces, it looks like. So as you can see, though, they're really trying to go towards those areas that have food in them and not towards the other areas. So again, these shavings come apart very easily, though, which is nice. I mean, they can really let the moisture and let everything breathe, because there's easy airflow between them. So if you're looking for a bedding that, if you're looking to raise worms, this might actually work pretty well for a bedding material that you can just keep reusing. If you can separate them, that's the key, is if you can separate these shavings from your worms. I haven't put this through a sorting machine, but some more over here. Again, with that avocado, they really do like that. Taking their time, though, is a big thick piece. Again, some baby worms on there as well. So we'll put them back over there in that corner as well. So these guys are looking pretty good, but they're definitely scrounging for that food, and that's what they're looking for. So we're going to just bury them back in over there. These look pretty good. Didn't see any other African night crawlers through that thing. There's another baby worm right here. But what we're going to do now is we're going to dig over here, and we are going to add a small feeding in here. They do have a little bit of food left with the coffee grounds and that avocado, but I do want to add a little bit more food in here for them. So we're just going to dig this up. We're not going to add a whole lot. we're just going to add, if I can get it here. All right, well, I might get a little bit more than I bargained for. I was going to put in a banana peel, but it looks like we're going to also get a piece of clementine, a carrot on there too, because it's frozen together. And we are going to add a little bit more grit to this, if I can find my grit. There it is. Container had fallen over. It's hidden from me. But we're going to add a little bit of grit, not a whole lot, for this this type of system. And it has quite a bit of grit in there. I can see the white dots sort of sparkle through, which is all grit, but it's always good to have a little bit extra. I don't find that hurts anything. So we're going to just do that. We're going to close that off there. Oh, we do have a little piece of our avocado right there. I'm just going to dig down in the center there where the coffee grounds were and drop that in. And there we go. There's our update for this week. Overall, the worms look pretty good. We do have that one African nightcrawler that somehow made it over. I'm surprised they were able to make a 4-inch gap where it had to go down between these bins, like between these walls, and then come back up into this one. I don't think it would have been able to stretch over it. So, but that's our update for this week. Again, we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to put these bags on the sides. It just holds in just a little bit of moisture, but plenty of air circulation through that center section. You know, I think that's kind of a good way to do it. Gives them that airflow, but still kind of keeps the some moisture in areas just in case it could dry out in some area. So I'll update the date on the front, and that's our update for this week, and thank you for watching.